am very, very comfortable with knowing that my wife has male friends. My wife actually
does your wife listen to this show?
My wife does, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
My wife does have a best friend that is a male. Coming into our relationship, she let me know, and she introduced him to me and so forth. And I myself, I have more female friends than I do male friends.
Yeah, I've seen to find out. Yeah, I see a lot of people that do that.
Keisha can contest with that. I have a lot more female friends, and it's not to say that anything against my gents. It's just that's just how things worked out for me. So I don't think that there should be a problem in regards of your wife or your female friend or female partner having a male as their friend. Now, here's what I want to distinguish to our listening audience is that I'm not talking about that gay friend. I'm not talking about
seriously.
I'm just
seriously.
You need to put that out there because the truth of the matter is that you know how you have that you have that friend, male or female, that is gay, and that's your buddy or that's your girl. And so we're talking about
a straight
heterosexual individuals that are in a relationship, and in that relationship, the two of them, possibly being a female, would have a male best friend, and being a male would have a female best friend.
Okay, I'm gonna throw some fire in the wood.
Go ahead.
What if she slept with that person?
Now, see, that right there is a whole nother dynamic.
That's a whole nother show, Rob.
It's a whole other dynamic. It is a whole other dynamic, Rob, because now when you're looking at that, how do you know that fire has been extinguished?
Okay.
So, and then they say things like this: is that don't tempt yourself. You don't want to tempt yourself.
But why put yourself in that situation?
Well, that's the thing about it, is that when you look at genders, it should not be. I look at it like this: if I am a male,
you are,
and I am a male, and Keisha being a female,
she is.
I should not be afraid to try and create a friendship with her based off of her gender.
Okay, you and Keisha. Okay, I'm sure your wife will feel comfortable with you and Keisha.
But why would she feel comfortable?
Right,
because she knows that you didn't sleep with Keisha.
Exactly. So now we can't throw the dynamics, like you said. That's a whole nother show in regards of us having a relationship, because now you are playing with fire. Okay. You are. But when we look at it from if the two can coexist.
And the question
as friends.
And the question is?
The question is, can your mate be friends with the opposite sex?
Oh, I think I done struck a nerve with somebody. Somebody done called in.
Let's see.
Smooth, the 90.5 FM. You're live on the air. Who's calling in?
This is Rodney.
Hey, Rodney.
Rodney.
What's going on, Rodney? Thank you for calling in. Did you get the question?
Did you get the question, Rodney?
Yeah. What was the question?
Go ahead. Repeat the question.
Go ahead, Keisha.
The question is, can your mate be best friends with the opposite sex?
Yes, certainly can.
Just that easy? Just that simple?
Yeah.
No problem, nothing, you wouldn't be concerned about it?
You just got to be secure in yourself and know who you're dealing with. And you just got to know who you're dealing with. These people can be friends for years before you came along, you know. And if you trust her or you trust him, I don't think there should be no problem.
Now, would you say, too, Rodney, that it's a security or insecurity issue, too? If that person is secure with themselves, it wouldn't be? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as I know you're a very secure man.
Okay, Rodney, I got a question to ask you, man. You're single, right?
Yes.
Okay. I asked Carlos this, and he said, well, he feels comfortable with it. Now, would you feel comfortable knowing that the young lady that you're dating still has connections with somebody who she used to be with?
That's totally different.
Exactly.
What the topic is.
Exactly.
But you're single.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Rob.
See, now that's putting a little question in your head now.
Someone that you actually had a relationship with.
Yeah.
I'd be cool with it. It's all go back. You know the person and where y'all at in y'all relationship.
Now you sound like you're thinking about this question.
Problem with it, but if you do a lot of stuff with him, like you still with him, then yeah, I guess you will have a problem with it.
I think that, and Rodney, this is Carlos, and I do thank you for calling in. I think you hit something on the nail, right on the head, is that you said in regards of them being secure. You have to have a line of security on both ends. Both individuals have to have a line of security within themselves in order to be able to even present to their partner to say, hey, I have a friend. If she's a female, or you being a male, she's a female, and vice versa. So now,
see here. Go ahead, Carlos. I'm sorry.
No.
No, see, I experienced that situation.
I knew it was coming.
I experienced that situation.
Rodney, this is going to be all the rest of the evening.
No.
I appreciate you calling so very much, but we're going to...
No, but seriously, I experienced this situation with my marriage. My marriage. I'm dead serious. This is it's serious. We were at the wedding. We got married, and I'm looking at the wedding photos, and I'm like, okay, I know I'm my best man, and we had 18 bridesmaids, 18 groomsmen. We had a huge wedding, and I'm sitting there like, who is that?
In your wedding party?
Yeah, it's in the pictures.
Is Rodney still on the phone?
No, Rodney's off the phone.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at the pictures, and she went, oh, that's Carlos. I'm like, who's Carlos? And we're just sitting here looking at our pictures. We just got the book from the photographer company. And we're looking at it, I'm like, who's this standing next to me? And she's like, oh, that's so-and-so. I didn't invite any of my exes to the wedding, but you invited. What relationship is? Really?
Oh, wow.
So it's just a friend. Smooth 90.5 FM. You're live on the air. Who's calling in?
Hey, Pastor Harris. Thank you for calling. This is Keisha.
You got a minister on the line. Hallelujah. Amen. How you doing, Pastor?
Doing fantastic, Pastor Harris. Thanks for calling in. This is Carlos.
We're not going to hold you long, but I'm going to repeat to you the question. And the question is, can your mate be best friends with the opposite sex?
The answer is absolutely. So I think I listened to some of the conversation folks when they talked about one particular subject, and three things that I look at: insecurity. You're going to have to be secure. My best friend is a female, and she's a rather attractive female, but I think it's important that not only we deal with the whole insecurity piece, but then also the inconsistency piece, because we have to establish mutual expectations. And notice I haven't say mutual rules, because you can't make rules for grown people. So I'm an adult, my wife is an adult, and we have the right to govern our own lives according to the way that we want to. However, Mama used to say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So if I have a female best friend, then I can't say you're a double standard that she cannot have a male best friend. But you have to create mutual expectations. Hey, listen, my best friend was here before I met you.
Yes.
So tell me what makes you feel comfortable.
Yes.
And not just insecurity or inconsistency, but also incompetence. So you are incompetent if you feel like it's okay to let somebody else be in your life that your mate is not comfortable with. Because you got to make a grown choice then. It's either going to be your mate or that other person.
Mm-hmm.
And if my best friend makes my wife feel uncomfortable, then I'm going to get rid of my best friend. Because my commitment and my covenant to God is with my wife, not my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to use some wisdom when it comes to that kind of thing.
So, Pastor Harris, I like what you said when you said that there has to be a mutual expectation that's set. Now, in the flip side of that, when you have that mate, and you have that best friend that's been in your life for X amount of years, and even there's situations where that friend has been in your life longer than your mate, how does that dynamic play a role in regards of making that decision to say, you know what, I'm going to walk away from those years of friendship that we had because of this relationship that I have now?
Notice I'm not really walking away from a friendship, because if you're really my friend, then you won't create an enemy type situation in my marriage. If you're my friend, then you will do whatever it takes to make sure that you make my spouse secure as well.
Right.
Right? So I think that's important. But if you have a best friend who wants to make your spouse uncomfortable, then you need to disconnect from that person, because they are absolutely not your friend. Matter of fact, let's just be honest. There are a whole lot of people who compete with their best friend's spouse, and that's because they don't know their place. So if you're my friend, you're my friend. But if you're my spouse, every friend has to know that they have to take second to the spouse. So my best friend, I literally just married her to a guy. And I understood that even though I was there before he came, I had to take second to him. Because guess what? If she ever thinks that she's going to be before my wife JoJo, she's gone quick, fast, and in a hurry. But it takes a mature individual to say, hey, I know what my priorities are, and if you don't agree with it, then it's been a nice life with you.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Very good. I like that, Pastor. Thank you so much. We do appreciate you calling in, Pastor Harris, as always.
Thank you. Thank
Well,
you.
because it's online, and I'm going to tell you, y'all really threw a curveball to us, and, you know, the way they used to sleep together.
That's
That,
Yeah. What? I missed that, Pastor. What did you say, Pastor?
That's a whole nother story on a whole nother day.
I had my headphones off, Pastor, because I was looking at the levels and everything, trying to watch the levels. I missed what you said. What did you? Can you kindly repeat that, please?
Tell him you gotta go. Tell him you gotta go.
Can you repeat that, please? Whatever you were saying, because you had Carlos and Keisha cracking up. I missed it. I want to crack up too.
Pastor Harris, we appreciate your call.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, we gotta have you come into the station.
Yeah, we're gonna have you come up here one day too.
I look forward to it.
Okay.
Right,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Smooth 90.5 FM. It was Pastor Harris. Right, I missed the joke. I guess I was the butt of the joke.
No. But Pastor Harris made some real good points in regards of this conversation.
Yeah.
I love that he talked about the insecurity and the inconsistency, that it's really more say inconsistency, and having that mutual expectation when you are engaging in introducing your spouse or your partner to that friend, that either being male or female, depending on your gender. Something else that he said that I stand by it. I stand by it. I want all of our listeners to hear this. He said that competition can possibly arise in regards of your friendship and your relationship, that there can be a competition that comes up, and it almost reminds me of a time where I was in a situation like that, where there was competition that came up.
No, you?
Yes. Absolutely.
It wasn't just me?
You're not alone in this, Rob. Come on now. I'm on the bus with you. I paid my fare.
Yeah.
But seriously, this it does come up about where here it is. I had this friend that had been my friend for years, and I love this young lady as a friend, and here's my wife, and I love my wife, and so that friend began to look at my wife and said, well, hey, I knew him first. I've been with him longer than you have, and I've heard. I don't know about you all, but I would like some of our callers to call in too as well on this. I've heard those type of conversations where the friend would say, well, at the end of the day, when you leave, I'm going to be there. Whoa! What a thing to say. If that's not competition, then what is it?
Yeah, and then like what Pastor Harris was saying too, I like when he said that